Hello guys, Matthew here from UChat. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to debug 360Dialog WhatsApp chatbot. Okay, so if you are using 360Dialog as the BSPs, if you have any issues, you just watch this video and I will show you exactly how to find out what is not working and who you should get the support from. Okay, sometimes you need to reach out to 360Dialog, sometimes you need to reach out to UChat. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So the first of all is 99% of that 360Dialog issues, WhatsApp chatbot issues, is because of the connection issue. Okay, so it's either you are not able to receive the message or you are not able to send out the message. So the first step is you need to make sure your connection with 360Dialog is verified. Okay, so let me show you exactly what I mean. So 360Dialog, they have two different plans. Okay, so if you go to their website, let me see. If you go to their website over here, you can see you can get the WABA, you can register your WABA numbers directly with them, or you can, because they have the resellers, so it's possible you can also get the numbers from the resellers, from different partners. But one thing very important is you need to make sure which type of the connections you are getting. Okay, so for example, usually the cheaper price is, for example, this WABA only, API only. So this is with cloud. Okay, and also they have another type of the WABA numbers that is on-premise. So when you connect in UChat, you need to make sure you select the right type of the connection. Okay, if you are not sure, you can reach out to 360Dialog support and to figure out which type of the connections you are using, you should be using. Okay, so if you get that, I do not have the account, so you should get the number, you should get the API key. Okay, so for example, for these clients, if you go to here and if you click this 360Dialog, okay, you put your numbers here and you put your API keys here. Okay, if sometimes you have some issues with the connection, you can regenerate a new API key. And this is very important. Okay, if you are using on-premise, do not turn this on. Okay, if you are using cloud API type of the account with 360Dialog, you need to turn it on. Okay, this is the first thing that you need to make sure you are using the right type of the connection. Okay, after that, if everything is good, you should able to see that is verified. Okay, that is after you connect, you should see that is a verified connection. Okay, so that means that you already the connection is already going through. And to how to verify that is you can do another steps. Okay, another steps is you can try to sync the templates in UChat. Okay, so if you open the bot, let me show you. If you open the bot and you go to content and you go to the templates, you click this sync. If you see the template is coming in, that means the connection is 100%. Okay. So that is the first thing. That is the connection issue. Second thing is when you connect with 360Dialog, you need to make sure the two things work. One is you are able to send out a message. Second is your bot able to pick up the other users, pick up the incoming messages. Okay, so how to test with these two features? For example, you already sync your templates back into the UChat, right? So you can add a user. For example, you can add a user. For example, you can add the user directly. Okay, and then go to the chat, and you can click here. I want to send a template message. And then you pick up any of the templates you have, even the free sample template, and you just provide the values, okay, and then you can click send. Okay, so if you doesn't see any error logs in here, and also if you I already check my WhatsApp number, I already received the template message. Okay, so you can also check that, so that as long as you can receive the template message, and then you already passed this test. Okay, so you are able to send out the message. This is a confirmed, this is verified. Now the most issue is happening is because you cannot receive the message. Okay, that is at least what we have seen so far with from our support ticket. So that is a little tricky part for you to figure out why. Okay, so I will explain in details. So the second step is most of the case that is your bot is not able to respond. Okay, so that is the issue. It can be a 360Dialog issue, and also it can be a UChat issue. And I will explain how to figure out the difference, okay, and which support you need to reach out. So if I share my screens over here, this is the step 2 we need to cover. Okay, step 1 is we already make sure you connect perfectly, and we also show you how to test the send out message. Okay, and now if your bot is not responding, most likely is UChat webhook is not receiving any messages. Okay, so let me explain to you why. So all the incoming messages should come into our incoming webhooks. Okay, and when you connect the UChat, we actually generate webhooks to 360Dialog. Okay, so this is the format we are using. This is our website, our URLs, and we have WhatsApp-360, and this 53227, this is your workspace ID. Okay, and then a dash, and then your WhatsApp number. Okay, so this is the webhooks we are using. When you connect, when your bot is live, we are expecting the incoming message to send to this inbound webhook. Okay, and for whatever reason, if your bot is not responding, that means we are not receiving any messages to this inbound webhook URL. Okay, so for you to test is we will show you how you can change this webhook URL to a third-party webhook URL, like here, webhook.site. Okay, if you go to this website, they will generate a webhook URL, and you can set this webhook URL to your WhatsApp number. Okay, after you set it up, you can send a message, and then ideally you should be able to receive the messages. Okay, so let me show you exactly what I mean. So if I go back to our YouTube channel, I will show you we have videos for that. I will see UChat. Let's go to the UChat YouTube channel first. Okay, and here you can search. Okay, you can search. I think it's called 360Dialog webhook. You can search 360Dialog webhook in our YouTube channel, and you will find this video. Okay, it will show you and explain to you how to set up your webhook URL. Okay, and I already have it here. So So this one, I will generate a new webhook URL. I'm not using the UChat webhook URL. Okay, so I will go to the webhook.site, and it will give me this webhook URL. Okay, and I will copy this URL, and then I will follow that video as shared in our YouTube channel, and you just create an action and connect with your API keys, okay? And in the body, previously that is UChat webhook URL, okay, which is we generate by default. Now I will change this webhooks to that third-party webhooks, okay? So, and then you can do the test, and you will see, so this is the invalid API key. So basically, this API key must change. Okay, so let me copy this API keys and let me test again. Okay, go to the WhatsApps, copy the API key, go to the Omni-Channel, and the flow builder. It's loading. Okay, let's add it. Hopefully this time it will work. So I go to the headers, change this to this API key, and now let's test. Okay, so if you see this 200, that means that UChat webhooks already changed to this webhooks. Okay, now you can do the test. So you can see if you are receiving any data or not. Okay, now you can send a message to your WhatsApp bot. So I will send a message. I will send a message now. It will be test 1 2 3 4. Okay, if I send this now, I will see. You can see this is the message. Okay, I can see my number and I can see the messages I'm sending. Okay, so that means, so what this tells us? So what this tells us is, if I set this webhook URL to a third party, we are receiving the data. Okay, but if we are using the UChat default webhook URL, we are not receiving the data. So that means you need to reach out to 360Dialog and explain to them that that webhook URL is not receiving any data. Okay, so in your case, if you want to revert back to UChat webhook URL, what you can do is you can actually go to your WhatsApp bot. So let me show you. You go to the WhatsApp bot. Okay, you pause it, pause the bot, and then you reactivate. Okay, if you do this, we will reset that webhook URL to our default webhook URL. So if your bot is not responding, that means we are not receiving, our inbound webhooks is not receiving any data from 360Dialog. So what you can do is you can provide our webhook URL. Okay, let me show you. You can provide our webhook URL, and you just need to replace this with your workspace ID dash, and then your WhatsApp number, your WABA number. Okay, and then you send this webhook URL to 360Dialog support, and you ask them to send you a log. Okay, to a log that have the proof that all the incoming messages is sending. Okay, to prove that this webhook URL is receiving the inbound messages for the past few days, for today or something like that. So that is very important. Okay, if they can send you that data, that means it's UChat issue. Okay, because we are, we are not responding. Using the user, we are not responding. Okay, and if they cannot send any logs, that means they do not have any data sent particularly to our inbound webhooks. Okay, and also you can explain to them, if they change the webhooks to the third party webhook, they can receive the data. It's just this particular webhook that for this WABA number are supposed to receive the data. It's not. We are not receiving any data. That's why your bot is not responding. And that's why when you send in the message, the new user is not created. Okay. So that is 99% of the issues why your 360Dialog chatbot is not working. You just go through this whole process, make sure you connect it properly, make sure your connection is verified, and make sure that you can sync your WhatsApp template message, and make sure you can send out message properly, and also make sure the inbound webhooks can receive the data properly. Okay, if you have any issues, I think by end of this video you already know which